What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Short Men Only podcast with me, your boy, Jalal Wilson.
But I have an announcement to make. Stay tuned. I have a very important announcement to make. Start off with this. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing good. Look, these are my new prescription glasses. So, you might be like, why has he got on his shades inside? Well, these is prescription regular glasses. And I thought the tint was going to be, the kind that it looks light when you're inside, but evidently that's not the case with these. It's just shades all the time. But I'm not complaining. But anyway, man, it feels good to be back in front of the microphone talking to you guys, and I'm excited as usual to be able to get on this mic and jump and talk to my short brothers. Now, I was not going to record an episode this week because I told myself I need to give myself a break. Since I decided to start the podcast, I've been at it every week, sometimes 2-3 episodes in a week. But I was like, man, I need to give myself a break. But then when I started thinking about it, I'm like, man, it just kept eating at me all week. Like, yeah, I know you said you're going to give yourself a break, but I know you miss getting on this mic, talking to your peoples. And I do. There's been a lot going on in my life this week. And so we're going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to talk about it. So, first of all, the announcement. I have been working on a book for my short brothers for literally almost 2 years. And I could not convince myself to. It was like one of those things, it felt nice and fluffy to say, yeah, I'm working on a book for short men. But every time I decided to start writing the book, I even finished a rough draft of the book. Something about it just didn't feel right. It just didn't grab me in my soul. But recently, I said, you know what? It's time. It's time for me to get this book done, get this book out there for my short brothers, and I gotta do it. I have been working heavy on getting this book done. I gave myself a deadline, and the deadline I gave myself is August 31st to finish this book. So every day I have been these sessions, writing sessions, and just keep trying to. I had already finished the rough draft a while ago, but now I need to put the final touches. Rewrite and put the final touches on it, right? So I need to work on this book. So that is what I've been spending all my time doing, is working on this book, and it's more of a guide, because one of the things I noticed, and I don't like it, is that not enough of my short brothers are entering the dating world. Not enough. So I decided to write a guide for short men to help you get yourself out there in the dating world. And my guide is going to help you do that. You're still going to have to do the work, but I'm going to be right there as your guide along with you, because I know height does not determine whether or not you will meet, or keep a woman. The determining factor is you. So I wrote this book, and it's sharing, I'm sharing some personal stories in there of my experience while dating. Some of it was good, some of it was bad, some of it I was embarrassed to even write, but it was my experience. And this is why I know that it's possible, because for a long time was a serial dater, and I never had a shortage of women to date, despite my height, despite my situation in life. And at one point in life, I was a single father of 4 kids. I still didn't have a shortage of women wanting to date me. So I think that there is not enough of you who believe in your abilities to be able to meet a woman and to date a woman that you may be interested in. So I wrote this book because I want to help. It's been on my heart for a long time. I was scared. I'm not even gonna lie. There aren't very many books written by short men for short men, and there certainly isn't any books written by a short black man for short men. Not one. All the books I found, all the books that I could find, maybe there are some others, were written by people who do not look like me, have the same flavor and style as me. So this was, I'm stepping my toes out into a water that I have no reference for. And when I put that I was gonna write this book, I was gonna tell this story, I was gonna do this thing on Facebook, man, they laughed at me. I mean, they laughed at me. They in the comments there was people making all types of short jokes. They laughed at your boy. But you know what? I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in short men. I believe in you. I believe in me. And I believe that it's our time, baby. It is our time. And I believe in it so much to the point that I quit my job to go full time on this. And you're like, man, that's crazy. Yeah, who are you telling? I know. But I believe in it this much that I had to do it because I wasn't able to, I got a family, I got a wife, I got kids. I wasn't able to just figure out a way. I know people say you should be able to balance and well, I couldn't do it. All right? So I didn't do it. I tried that and it just wasn't working for me. So now I am 100% focused on one, you know, I'm officially a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, I'm a stay-at-home dad. And I'm a stay-at-home dad with a vision for this short men. And so I'm working every day on that vision for short men while also being present for my children and and my wife. But this I'm telling you, my brothers, this is not comfortable. I'm in a place where I believe so much in what this is that I was willing to put myself in an uncomfortable position. But I know that what I see, I'm going to put it out in the world and we're going to make this thing happen. So that meant being uncomfortable cuz no man, I never woke up I didn't wake up one day and be like, "Yeah, I want to be a stay-at-home dad. I want to be that guy." Never once did I ever think that to myself. But here I am. And this is where I'm at. And I'm going to make the most of this, right? But it is a risk. But then I thought, life is risky. It's so risky, nobody gets out alive. So why not do what I feel in my heart I'm supposed to do at this time frame? And what's the worst that's going to happen? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this doesn't go exactly. Maybe you short men don't be like, man, I don't care nothing about what you got to say. And maybe you guys won't rock with me. You know what? I have to pivot into something else. But I won't know unless I try. So I'm trying. And like I said, this is uncomfortable. This is not, I do not feel comfortable, right? I feel like, I honestly feel like this is my time. And fail you, my short brothers. Because as long as I keep what I know inside and don't let it out and share it, I'm
Get your
robbing you,
sleepies,
I'm
Kay.
robbing me, and I'm robbing my family. So, and I can't do that. So, baby, I am, man, short man, I am coming for us. I'm out here. I'm really gonna go crazy with this content, crazy with just everything. But the first thing is the first thing, and the first thing is I've got to finish this book on deadline because I want to be the type of person that if I tell myself I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it by a certain time period, that I stick to it. Because if I don't, who will? If I don't do it, who will? If I don't, nobody's going to stick to my deadlines for me. I have to do it. And so that's what I've been focused on, I've been working on, and it hasn't been without challenges, man. This week, I had a set time that I wanted to write every single day. Um, I'm at the barbershop early morning because my writing time is 9:30 to 1:30. I write from that time, no phone, no nothing. So I'm at the barbershop like 8:15 in the morning, getting the freshy fresh cut. I like, cut. Um and my son calls me and he's like, "Yeah, um my wife had been trying to reach me." And I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" My wife got in a car accident. She got hit by a police officer. My wife got hit, rear-ended by a police officer. And you know what the police officer did? He said that he was having some issues at home and he had to go. And he fled the scene. Fled the scene. He just cut out. She didn't get his license plate number, nothing. My wife calls me hysterical, right? Like, who, you know, we, police are supposed to protect and serve. And I understand that people have things going on in their lives. I get it. But to cause an accident and then flee the scene of that accident when you are the police, it's crazy to me. So that day, I had to go down there and meet my wife and all that stuff, and it was just crazy. Um, but I didn't get to start writing at my normal time, so I was a little thrown off. But I did get home, and I still ended up writing for my 4 hour block, but just a little bit later. Now, the thing is, anytime you want to do something in life, things are going to come at you. Like, nobody's life's not going to just say, "Oh, he decided he wants to do it." Good for him. Let me just. The more you persist, the less life will resist. But you have to keep persisting, right? And it's going to test you to see if you're going to keep persisting. And, that for me was just like, damn, man. And like, nothing like that has happened, ever to anybody I know. I mean, like, come on, think about that. Rear ended by the police, and the police flee the scene. Like, have you, I mean, when have you heard of that? Like, me, never. But it was just crazy to me, and it's one of those things where you want to do what you have to do, right? And you're trying to do it in a way that you do not get distracted, overwhelmed, or start feeling sorry for yourself. And that is the balance that I am trying to strike as I, you know, work on this book, because on one hand it's like, damn, I'm writing a book for short men. Are short men actually gonna care? And then getting laughed at by everybody else who's not short man, who's not a short man, or who doesn't understand the struggles of a short man, or you know, and then just even the questions like, are you trying to make short men feel like they should feel like victims? And the answer is no. But all of these things are playing in my mind. It's like, oh, well, you're really betting on this. You're putting yourself in this position. Like, can you really handle this? So there's all these things playing in my mind, my psyche as I go along with this process, and then all these other different projects and opportunities or things I know I could do are starting to pop up in my mind, and I'm like, oh yeah, well yeah, I should do that. Oh yeah, I could do that. But I recently had to tell myself, because sometimes we get in life, we get, once we start getting overwhelmed or uncomfortable, we try to look for quick fixes to fix that discomfort. And one of my quick fixes was to start a project that may make me more money than I could probably make with this Short Man Nation. But the issue is with that, it's just like starting one thing and not completing it, and then picking up another thing. And then how do you know you're going to complete that? So I made the determination that I am going to finish this book on time before I even consider working on anything else. And I've never drawn the line in the sand with this project, and that's why the book wasn't finished 2 years ago. And that's why I didn't. Every time I finished a draft, so I finished one draft. I finished a draft for a course. I put the course on sale for about 3 days, and then I just didn't follow through on it anymore. And I told myself, you know what? This time it's gonna be different, and it's only gonna be different if I do something different. And so the thing that I'm going to do different is, come hell or high water, I am going to finish that book by Friday, August 31st. Period. That's it. That's all. Period. And I want you to think about in your life right now, what do you need to just draw a line in the sand at, get uncomfortable, and do, finish, or become? What is it? Like, what tough conversations are you putting off from having because you're worried about, what the person might say, think, or do, or there's something in your heart you should be doing, but you're not doing it because you're worried about what people will say about you if you do it. And the funny thing that I learned about people is two things. One, somebody will criticize you for something you're doing in public, for something that they would do in private with no problem. So once I understood that people can do that, like, because that sounds crazy. If you would do it in private, why are you criticizing me in public? Because I did it in public. Why? When you know you would do it too. So once I understood that about people, I stopped worrying so much about people's input, especially strangers on the internet. I stopped worrying so much about it. And the second thing I learned with that is that people will always criticize someone doing something different because they're used to their norm. They're used to, we've always done things this way, or that type of mentality. So they won't be able to accept the fact that you want to do something different, you want to look at something different, you want to go about something in a different way. They won't accept that fact. So once you understand those two things about people, and you understand that this is just what people do, then why would you let anything a person says or does stop you from doing what you believe in your heart that you should do? Don't. telling you right now, don't. And I haven't felt this good about myself in a long time because the voice, I'm listening. I'm walking to the beat of this drum. I'm not walking to the beat of society's drum. Walking to the beat of my own damn drum. And you know what? It feels good. It feels real good. And I want you to think about that. What area of your life do you need to walk to the beat of your own drum in? And like I said, I remember when I first started thinking about the fact that, I'm getting ready to be a stay at home dad for this season of life while working on this stuff. I was thinking about, like, what would people say about me? I'm a man, and here I am sitting at home doing, you know, things that help take care of my family, like cooking, making sure my wife got lunch, making sure, I get certain things done around the house, dinner done before my wife gets home. These different things, right? What does that say about me? And I thought about it. And I came to the realization it says nothing about me except for the fact that I am willing to step up the plate and do what needs to be done for my family while I build a damn empire. That's what it says about me. And I'm okay with that because I know that's what I'm doing. And I'm not looking for validation from people I don't know and don't. And I don't know and who isn't trying to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? So, my short brothers, I'm sorry if this feels like I just rant. I'm ranting or going off on a tangent, but I'm really serious about this short men only podcast. I'm really serious about short men in general. And I really believe it is time for us to switch the narrative on what it means to be a short man. Like, why can't we be cool? Why can't we be, you know, why can't we just have respect for ourselves? Why can't we just carry ourselves like we do matter? Why do we gotta shrink down, act like we don't exist, just accept everyone making fun of us? Or not everyone, those that do. Why can't we just accept that? We don't have to accept that. We're not victims. We are far from being victims. And so we need to stop carrying ourselves like we're victims. We need to start carrying ourselves with our chest out like we belong, like we own the room, like we own the space, and like we are here to stay. And that doesn't take away from anybody else. You being you, me being me not not dumbing myself down for anybody, you not dumbing yourself down for anybody. It don't take away from anybody else. We're not robbing nobody else of anything by being ourselves, by showing up in this world. We're not robbing anyone. So we need to stop acting like it. Acting like if we believe in ourselves, we start standing up and carrying ourselves with some respect, that it's going to take something from somebody else. It's not. It's your right. It's your right to show up and be who you are. Short man, stop kowtowing. Stop acting like you don't belong. You belong. I believe you belong. And you just have to believe you belong. And we are going to make things happen because I know there are many talented, awesome, amazing short brothers, and I am looking forward to getting to know you. I am looking forward to working with some of you because we're going to build this thing into something amazing. Something truly amazing. And if it just starts with me getting laughed at, it's going to end with me laughing all the way to the bank. Because we're going to build something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to build something that helps a lot of people and also makes money. because this is not a non-profit, baby. It's full profit. We're gonna use that profit to make things happen for the short men community. We're not waiting for anybody to give us a handout. We gonna we gonna make it happen for ourselves, because that's what it's about. So I believe in you guys, and I apologize. Like I said, I was working hard on this book, and I just told myself that I can't record. But once I haven't missed a week recording since I started, and I wasn't ready to miss one now. I told myself I just have to get in there and get it done. And because I want you guys to know I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, my life is, I'm in a different season. I got to get this done. I got to, do some things to make sure my family's solid. But I believe in you guys, and I'm 100%. I'm I'm two toes, 2 feet deep in it now. You know, my chips is in. My chips is on the table, and I'm going hard, and I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna end it like right there. But I do need you guys. If you're not, if you have not went on Apple Podcasts and liked the podcast, I need you to do that for me, because this podcast has to reach more people. And if you're not following us on YouTube, Short Man Nation on YouTube, I need you to go do that. If you're watching this on YouTube, I need you to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and share with another short brother. I'm here to encourage. I'm not here to ridicule. I'm here to encourage and let you know that you are enough and you can get it done, and we're going to get it done together. But this message got to be shared, because that's the only way we're going to do this, baby. And like I said, it's my anniversary. So I got to go get ready to, do my thing with my woman. And I'm going to talk to y'all next week. The book coming. Remember, I got you guys. And we going to get it done. Next Friday is the deadline. I will record an episode next Saturday instead of next Thursday, because I'm going to be really going hard. So just next week, you'll see an episode on Saturday again. But after that, I'll be back to my normal Thursday routine. But I got to get this book done, because it's time. It's time, baby. So let's get it done. And short men, you go out there and be great. It's Jalal Wilson with the Short Men Only podcast. And I appreciate y'all. And just like that, I'm out.